How about my dearest YouTube friends? Today we are in a new video, a character analysis video, and in this case we are going to analyze a somewhat old character from data from 2016, but which is a piece of character to take into account. And in this case we have a subjector that has left us in rank 3 out of 7 stars. Therefore, we are going to be able to test the damage of this character who is super gauze. Because what we are going to do now, as always, is analyze the character through slides explaining the skills. Okay, so then Hyperion enters the battle with immunity to all kinds of poisoning, and it also has the ability that with strong blows, with strong attacks, we are going to leave a 40% probability of obtaining a Fury improvement, which is where all the damage that this character has is going to do. Besides, folks, we have the loads. The cosmic ones, that what they are going to allow us is every time we have a cosmic load, they increase our physical resistance of the character. Let's remember that there are a maximum of 3 cosmic charges like you are seeing here with this little icon, and in addition, apart from giving us that physical resistance, it also increases our attack. Furthermore, like when we have the 3 improvements, when we obtain a cosmic charge improvement, if the power is not at maximum, we will gain a collection of power that will also help us for the game and the character that we will see later. Then we also have cosmic healing, which when we have 3 improvements of these cosmic loads, going back and covering for 2 seconds will give us a regeneration of, I think it is 15%. I don't remember a good one, but we'll see in the gameplay. And furthermore, after activating regeneration, you will not be able to generate these loads in 45 seconds, therefore they will enter cooling. The exits from Hyperion are very simple. In fact, we are already going with the super attacks and super attack 1 with activation. We are going to leave incineration disadvantages that are going to help us a lot with the energy damage for 10 seconds without the duration of this incineration, and it also eliminates the possibility of impeccable locking and reduces master locking by 50%. Then with super attack 2, as you can see, we have a 60% probability of leaving a stun disadvantage for 4 seconds. And then we also have a 100% probability. Okay, because I've been sneaking in here quite a bit. It is 100% of leaving a demolition disadvantage for 15 seconds, which what it will do is remove any robustness improvement on the opponent and apart give armor strength for 15 seconds. And finally, the abilities that you are already seeing that are super simple with super attack 3 allow us to accumulate those 3 cosmic charges in 3. Okay, and once we launch it, sub attack 3, already getting these 3 cosmic enhancements, throwing sub attack 3, we will have cosmic overload. What's the cosmic overload going to do? Well, basically it's going to allow Hyperion to continue gaining power, but it won't get it instead. In the power copy, therefore, In is going to allow us to do a little more damage for long fights. Now you do. Let's move on to the games to talk about his unique ability and the character's gameplay. Well friends, now let's move on to the character's gameplay. You will see how easy it is to get the maximum potential out of this Perspajazo. We are already seeing that the big break is quite funny. It is a NIF. By the way, he has left us in range 3 by 60. I already tell you that from 40, I think this Hyperion is quite good. What we are going to do now is see what his unique ability is like, and that he has it for 60. And Hyperion's eternal physiology becomes effective by storing and converting cosmic radiation, which translates into a 72.36% increase in the duration of Fury, copy Potter accuracy, and regeneration improvements. Therefore, I have to tell you that the duplicate of Hyperion is quite necessary, so that the improvements that we have talked about before in PowerPoint last much longer. Your thing is to have it, well, by 100 more or less, so that that percentage of duration of the advantages and disadvantages that Hyperion, well, is going to increase. What to do in the fight is worth the remains. The truth is that he is a very easy to use character, that you're already going to be seeing him, and that he has massive damage in rank 3 out of 7 stars. Is it outrageous? I have not talked about those of the statistics preparation, that we have it in precision, because so that he gives more critical blows, and we are seeing how the fight begins with that accumulation of power, and every time we make strong blows we are leaving those advantages of fury, okay? And therefore what we have to do is give fury advantages and throw super attack 2. Let's see, as long as it lets us. But that case has not left us, but nothing happens because super attack 3 also does a lot of damage, and you are going to be seeing it. We have left 73% of it. You are also seeing that under the Hyperion road we already have those yellow charges that we have talked about before, which is basically to transform that accumulation of massive power by going backwards into a quite powerful regeneration, which we are going to see later in the Labyrinth of Legends. We really have to take the gameplay that way, stops the strong blows, and with that super attack 2, well, do good damage. In this case the gameplay is not developing well, so don't worry because we are going to repeat it again. What could be a weakness of Hyperion? The anti-stun nodes, because basically we have to be making strong stops and hits, because we have a 40% probability of leaving a fury improvement, that is having a fury improvement to be able to do that tremendous damage. We're going to do it again because the truth is that I didn't like it. Nothing about the gameplay since I have explained it to you. Now we can look at how to play well. Okay, because we have to take into account that copy of power that super attack 3 gets us, because in the end super attack 2 does much more damage than super attack 3. Therefore we enter the fight with a stop, a blow strong, and we are already leaving those fury improvements in ourselves. Therefore I recommend that you give 2 stops and then give a few super attack 2 taps, because look at the damage it is causing, and let's remember that we have that 60% stun that it gives. It was worth it for me to leave a stun. Look at the blows we are leaving, and another is his pre-attack, 2 after over-attack, 2-4. So you can see the damage we are causing, and that we have almost basically killed him through the blows. You have seen the duration of the first fight with this fight, that we have literally made it from 1 minute, because he was explaining us how to play with him, to literally 29 seconds. The thing is, he's a fucking beast. The character, and what you are going to see now that I am going to explain it with the classic Captain Marvel, is the super... Although I don't know if he is immune, because let's remember that, as we have seen in the slides, the sub-attack 1 HYPERION leaves incineration with each ray that the character hits. Therefore, we start the gameplay as always with stops, strong blows, and with sub-attack 1, because in this case we are going to leave incinerations to see if sub-attack 1 is left perfect, and you are already seeing how we leave the incinerations through the little rays. Let's remember that we also have a probability of achieving those incinerations, and that's what I wanted to teach you, because I'm going to teach regeneration. Massively with the legend mace itself, you have already seen the damage we have caused with 8 furies. Its thing is to hit super attack after super attack 2 with those fury improvements, so that you can see 68,090, 1000 damage plus then the strong blows, and it is that you virally destroy any character in the battle itself. The truth is that for me Hyperion is always a character that I have really liked since it came out in 2016, but now you can really know the bestiality of the staff. 2000. I don't know if it comes out in 2016. I just got a joint. I don't know if it comes out in 2016, but it is a piece of character to take into account, so you can see the damage. I knew that when this character was going to go from 7 stars, it was going to literally break. There hasn't been much talk about him because I think we already have Hyperion in the battle itself for a few months, but I still tell you that you have seen the potential that the character has. Therefore, what we are going to enter is the Labyrinth of Legends. We're going to put in the synergy of Magneto Dynasty X to make it. Stop that Star-Lord, because we already know how it works. Well, this Hyperion through the strong blows, as I just showed you. Therefore, we are going to leave with a class advantage, so that you can also see the power of this character against this Star-Lord from the Labyrinth of Legends. And you are going to see how we are going to reach the limit of 50,000 damage, because let's remember that we have the limit here, and we are going to activate the stop valid for the disadvantages of mastery, and it is going to send us, well, yes, just in 2016 Hyperion came out. And you are going to see how we develop the character in an easy and massive and super simple way. And here we are going to literally explode when it is then stops and strong blows. Let's remember that it is the operandis mode of the superandi mode, or rather of Hyperion. Strong blows to be able to leave that probability of leaving fury advantages. And in this case, let's see if he leaves us. He doesn't leave us. He doesn't leave us. Okay. Yes, no, no, no. He hasn't left us. Fair. Well, nothing happens. We throw an attack 3 and we go back to gameplay. That is basically hard hit stop, and taking into account that we have to reach the super attack. Then you have already seen that, for example, we have already done maximum damage. Look at that, 1000 taps simply with 4 fury upgrades so you can see how beastly character 6 is. Fury improvements, let's see if they don't throw it. He doesn't want to throw it because we threw another super attack 550 1000 and 5003 critical hits of 5000 that we just put in, which basically was maybe 690 1000 as we have seen before. I don't know what material or super attack 3. Super attack 2, I haven't seen it. Super attack 3 has thrown us. The truth is that it's quite fake on my part, because the truth is I didn't know that I was going to win it so quickly. Super attack 2, perfect, 525 1000 and 5000. You have seen how beastly the character is. That is, you are seeing the improvements that he obtains and the strength that the character has through the fury of stops and strong blows. The relic that suits you best in this case is Gamora's, but I think Thor's is better for those fury improvements for longer duration. Okay, that is also a point to say look at 50,000 of the year again, okay? And I just wanted mine since it has lowered our life. What I wanted to show you is about the yellow charges that we have under the life of Hyperion, okay? What do we have to do as we already have maximum power in our life of our Hyperion power? Okay, well, we have to wait for the 3 load improvements to be there, okay? Therefore, we have to go back, maintain the blockade, and you are already seeing the massive regeneration that we are going to pass from 50%. And now we are going to see that is what transforms us, so to speak, the accumulation of power that this Hyperion has with that massive regeneration that at the moment we have 12 by 115% of the life regenerated through this way that Hyperion has to regenerate. The truth is that I already tell you that it is quite top and that it can work for you from fight to fight, especially because it is very important. You lose a little what the accumulation of power has been, but you gain that regeneration that has allowed us hearing 50% to 79% friends. It is outrageous what can be cured. This Hyperion has healed 29% of life. Is it literally how much? 40 seconds, 50 seconds we've had of gameplay, for example. And that was the last thing I wanted to show you about Hyperion, the ease it has to regenerate this character. Okay, throw your attacks. Come on, we're almost going to see what ends in the gameplay here, because basically everything good and a deficit. What this empire has apart from its massive damage through blows, look at 280 16 1000. The truth is that once it has a large number of furies, our Hyperion has ultra massive power. Once the regeneration loads are finished, it enters cooling to regain that accumulation power that you are already seeing is not being acted on, instead of gaining those yellow loads, because we already have less than 100% of all the power. Well, we gain that improvement in power accumulation. That works for us. Since you are already seeing the gameplay of Imperio Mira develop, in this case we have not dealt any critical blow, but we have also done very good damage. Even so, with 18,000 damage per hit, the character seems stupid to me, and I already tell you that for 60 it already works quite well, because it makes the advantages last for us, since 72% of what we have seen. I don't know, the truth is that he is a piece of character, and he is also a character that I consider that we should not take him with Suicidal Mastery, because we have to be abusing Super Takeros, although let's remember that the character is immune to poison. This is worth it. It is also quite a pro for the character. You see, for example, let's give another hard blow. Ready? Let's see if it loads that burden on us again. Come on, there we are. Because we keep pressing again, be careful, it almost takes care of us again. It almost gives us... that is the problem that Hyperion has. I also wanted to show you what it is if the opponent is very aggressive, as it could prevent us from regenerating, and you are already seeing how it has been acted again. The regeneration is that it is literally incredible. As a character, we are going to be 100% alive again when it has dropped to 50%, because it escapes us. It is exceeded at 3, with that being already literally means that we already have the character against the ropes with 23% life. Let's remember that we have the limit of the year 50,000, because otherwise we would surely have loaded it at 0, 20 throw it at me, hard perfect, and that's how we won those Furies. Now I'm going to go to Machete to get him directly. We're going to do the gameplay as it should be. We've stopped nonsense. I also told you, look, the regeneration has finished, and there is the soft drink icon to re-enter. That in that accumulation of power that this Hyperion has, there we are. We have almost reached 21,000 of the year due to a strong blow, and we have almost reached the 6 Fury improvements, and maybe 20 has not been avoided there. That's a strong blow. There we are, and we can also finish it with the super hot, but Star-Lord's kid has blocked us. Be very careful. Be very careful. You already have 7 Fury improvements. Be careful perfectly. I want to kill you now, please, to finish the video and finish talking to this Empire that I already tell you is a piece of beast. This character seems like a fucking beast to me, and the truth is that they released it with 7 stars a while ago, because let's not remember that it's not from now. It makes me think that many people haven't. It has been used because of that, because in the end you have to be abusing the stops, as we have seen, to give those strong blows, or know very well the timing of the characters to give those strong blows. For my friends, he is a pretty top character. Look, we have done it in 5 minutes because we have been explaining the character. We have healed, we have gone to 50%, we have reached 100. He is showing by the blows, he is at 82. He is a very, very complete character with very gross damage. He is accumulation, being able to have that functionality in defense also because of that massive power accumulation he has, which basically has to be eliminated to make the character functional and be able to kill him well as a defender and as an attacker. Well, you are already seeing how great the character is. Suicide Mastery, I don't recommend her with this character, because in the end you have to be accusing her leg of being 2 and her leg of being 1, that I have already told you that his leg that 1. Leave those incinerations, as you have seen, and that supposedly does us brutal damage through those Furies. So nothing. For me, it is a piece of character to keep in mind that I would give it a rank 3. But without thinking about it, as long as you have it for 40, it's fine for me. Hyperion works from 40 singularity. So friends, you have always liked the video, you are partners, and see you in other videos. Bye bye.